Hello everyone. Today we are going to develop one simple application using ReactJS library. As we all know that React is a very popular library nowadays, and most of the companies are switching to React for development of front-end applications. So I was also learning ReactJS since last couple of days, and finally I developed this simple application using ReactJS. So I thought, why not share with other people who are also are beginners in the React and who wants to make their career in React and front-end development. So we will be using Visual Studio Code. This is editor. It is available free of cost from Microsoft. So I have already installed it on my machine, and it is available free. So you can also download it and install it. So after that, so when you go to when you open the Visual Studio Code for the first time, this is the front page that will come. So first you have to go to the terminal. Okay, and there you can see where are you. So let's go to our directory where we will be writing our project. So this is the React-dev is the directory where we will be creating our project, and I will show you step-by-step procedures that we will do. So let's open one file that I have created for all of you, a basic text file where I have mentioned the steps that what is needed. So first of all, you have to install React is a JavaScript library, and it uses Node.js JavaScript engine from Google. So you have to install Node, and that is available on nodejs.org. You can install the latest version on your machine. It is available for Windows, Linux, and Mac platform. When you will install Node, it will come with npm also, Node Package Manager. Okay, so both are already installed on my system. So we can just check whether Node is installed. Yes, Node is installed, and its version 14.17.2 and npm version that is 6.14.13. So both are installed. So after that, you have to install this yarn package manager. It is available through npm package. So you have to run npm installed hyphen global space yarn. So yarn is also installed on my machine. Okay, it is 1.22.10 version. And after that, we have to create one simple project. So let's start. So for creating the project, and we are not using any ready-made functionalities like create React app and all those, because we are at the learning stage. So here we have to know each and every step, that how React function, how its code is executed by the browser. So for that, we are not using any inbuilt functionality which creates some kind of starter application for you. So we are not using all those, but we are using this yarn package manager. So it's a simple tool. So once it is installed, so to create one application, we have to create a folder. So we have created folder like simple React app React my app. Okay, so that's it. Folder is created. Let's open this. Okay, now inside this you have to execute this command yarn init. So what it will do, it will create one package.json file. Okay, here you can mention the version, description is nil, entry point is index.js, repository use as of now there is no repository, author is myself, license nil. Okay, so let's open this folder. Okay, okay, parallelly we can also open that file. Okay, so we have installed yarn, and you can see here this folder is open, package.json file is there. Okay, fine. Now we want to use React and React in our project, so we have to add those dependencies in our project. So you have to run command react add react space react dom. These are the two libraries that we will be going to use. So just run these commands. Okay, linking. Okay, it's done. So here these dependencies have been included in the package.json, and also these libraries have been downloaded by the yarn tool, and they are available under node modules, node underscore modules. Good. And what other libraries that we will be using? We will be using this bootstrap. So let's add bootstrap as well. Okay, bootstrap version 4 we are using. Now check whether package.json is updated. Yeah, this is also updated. And then we will be using some font awesome library for font icons. Okay, so for that let me get the font awesome React. Okay, so for that we have to run these three commands. Okay, yeah, so these are the three commands that we have to run to add. Okay, now let's check. So font awesome is also there, svg core is there, icons is there, and let's add this one also. Okay, so these three font awesome libraries have been added in our project. Okay, good. Now let's start with our React application code. So first of all, we will create one index.html file. Okay, good. So let's close HTML tag. Okay. So inside this HTML, we are not importing any JavaScript file. All the JavaScript file are already we have mentioned those JavaScript files which we will be need uh, are there in the package.js one. So when we will be building our application, those dependency will already be added. Now you just mention one body tag, and inside body tag let's create one div tag. Okay, id equal to outer. Okay, and then we will write our reactjs code inside one script file, and that script file we have to uh, mention here, we have to refer here. Okay, so the index.js will be the file where we will be creating our reactjs application. Okay, now let's create index.js file. Okay, so what application we will be building? We will be building we will build to do list. Okay, so to do list is a simple application where we can add task in the list, we can edit task, and we can delete task. Okay, so you might have used uh, any to-do app in your mobile, okay, for managing your daily task, or maybe managing your grocery list. Okay, we any kind of list you can manage. Okay, so we will be creating one to-do list. Okay, now let's go back to index.js file. So for developing this to-do application, we will create one list component. Okay, and uh, for displaying the list, we will have one input box for entering the task name. Then we will have add button, and we will also have edit, delete those buttons. Okay, so we will first we will create one to-do list component. So as you all if you are not aware, you will let's see how you can create a component in the React. So in React, for creating a component, you can either use function component or you can use class component. So function component are useful where there is where the component is, uh, is very basic kind of is not very component which is managing its state, or some where the component is just being used to display some data. Okay, so on for this for that you can use functional component which will just display some data, and the component where you are managing you are getting some information from the data, like you are developing some login form where there is some data, and the user will manipulate the data. So that in the React we call it state. State is the data that is managed by the component. So wherever the state is involved, wherever there is a data in the component which is manipulated by the user, there you have to use class-based component. So here also we will use class-based component. So for that we will write we will make a to-do list component. So class to-do list extends react dot dot component. Okay, and before that we have to import uh, React from the React library. Import React from React. Okay, and second you have to import React DOM from React DOM library. Okay, done. Now for making a component you have to inherit React.component class. Then you have to define one constructor. Okay, constructor will always take one argument, that is props, and the first statement of the component of the constructor must be super props. Okay, that if you already know Java or any object-oriented language, then you must be aware about the concept of constructor. Then every component must have one render function, and inside render function what we do, we return some HTML, that is the view portion of that component. Okay, so we will be writing HTML inside render. So as we have to display list, so let's create one list. So we are creating unordered list, then list item, let's say it's item 1, item 2 and item 3. Okay, so that's it. After that we have to render this component inside the div element that we had created in created in our HTML. So let's render this component inside where document dot get element by ID, and what was the ID, outer. Okay, that's all. So okay, so let's run this build this application and run it. So for executing the application we are using one tool, that is Parcel Web Application Builder and Server. So it's a tool. It is also available on the Node npm library, as you can install it. Okay, so we will use parcel index.html. Now let's see what comes. Just a second, please. Now let's open this website localhost/1234. Okay, so nothing is displayed, it is blank. Why? Let's check. So inside the index dot we have created one unordered list.